Hello everyone, this is Marathon Films here with another movie review on a classic, and I mean talking classic horror film, and that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, made in 1920, released September 2nd, 1923 by Wallace Worsley. And for this film, it is a silent film, and it made $1.5 million at the box office. Then later it made $3 million, making it the Universal's 11th year history of the studio starting up, and it was the highest ever for 11 years when it was released. Some interesting facts about this film. There's like 10-15 minutes of footage that is still not found, and there's duplicates that were found in the 60s and 70s, and then they restored them, and it originally did not go released on DVD until 2007, except this one was made in 2002, but I think this is old, some of the footage, not all of it. And this film is done by a director named Wallace Worsley, who has done other films with other films that include The Penalty, Ace of Hearts. And then after Hunchback, he did 2 films after that, but then he ended his directing career, and there was no evidence on what he did later on. I know he was involved with film, but not publicly known after Hunchback, so that is very interesting trivia. And it stars Lon Chaney Sr., the man of 1,000 faces, Patsy Ruth Miller, Norman Carey, Kate Lester, and Raymond Hatton. And Wallace Worsley has also worked with Lon Chaney on several films. That includes The Penalty, Ace of Hearts, I believe, he's in it, and other Lon Chaney Sr. films. So, the storyline plot, this film was based off of the 1831 novel by Victor Hugo. It took place in 15th century Paris. And it's about a hunchback named Quasimodo who lives in the bells of the Cathedral of Notre Dame. And his master, Jihan, and the whole village notices a new woman is coming to town, Esmeralda. And as she, is being greeted, having a festivities and stuff, Quasimodo's master, Jihan, prevails him to kidnap her. So as this happens, Esmeralda is captured, but she was later saved by Captain Phoebus, who then arrests Quasimodo, and then he is captured and is sentenced to being whipped. Now, back in early century times, being whipped was a form of punishment. So, and then after that, Phoebus plans to marry Esmeralda, but she refuses. And then later on, she's falsely accused of a crime, but she then is later takes refuge in the cathedral by the archdeacon and the hunchback. But then villagers and people from the underworld, I believe, start storming the cathedral, and Jihan is involved with this and attacks Quasimodo and Esmeralda, and then Quasimodo, but he gets thrown off the cathedral by Quasimodo, and Quasimodo also gets stabbed in the back by Jihan, and he falls off the cathedral and dies, and it ends with him underneath the shadow of the cathedral bells. So with this film, it is considered, and I'm just judging this by my own opinion and other resources, this film is a masterpiece. I'm not only talking just in general, but I mean the makeup that Lon Chaney uses in this film, he did it all himself, applied it all on his own. He, the eye prosthetics for his legs and the makeup, he all did it on his own, which later he lost his vision later in life, and also his legs, he became not crippled, but he started using a walker. And this is Universal's first horror film, horror film for the horror film cycle, and their first star was Lon Chaney Sr. out of the Universal horror cycle. So this was kind of the start to what we know as Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Mummy, and so forth. And what is very interesting is when I read my novel, City of Dreams, the making and remaking of Universal Pictures, there was a paragraph that stated that, you know, as Lon Chaney was playing Quasimodo as a monster, he was able to give the monster more like human emotions and be able to associate those like mixed feelings into a monstrous beast. And what I mean by that is what he gives the character is, throughout the film, he gives the character so like human qualities and human traits for that it's just phenomenal how this is like his most iconic star ever besides the Phantom of the Opera. And it's just very magnificent. And after this, Lon Chaney later did Phantom of the Opera, which really is another iconic horror film as well. So after this Hunchback and Phantom of the Opera, it just paved the way for Universal Studios to start the horror cycle with Dracula, Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, and just so much like the franchise we know of today. So the Hunchback of Notre Dame is like a key film for film historians, film critics, film goers myself, film buffs, filmmakers, and just everyone just pays homage to Hunchback of Notre Dame. And it's a silent film, yes, I get it, but I mean, it's highly recommended just to watch, just for the uniqueness and its quality, because this is about, like, I think this is like the oldest film I have in my film library that I really love watching, just because of the techniques, the footage, and everything. And it's just worth a film watching just on some given time or whatever. Even a few scenes in there are just, you know, worth watching too, like on YouTube or something like that. Just watching a few scenes. So, again, before I depart from my movie reviews, I'm gonna have to tell all of you that I will not be doing movie reviews for a while, due to I'm going to be going back to film school again for another semester for my sophomore year, starting this weekend. And I'm also going to be working part-time job as well. So movie reviews are going to be scarce, but I will try and do some footage like that of films I made, and I am also recording some like special programs and stuff with the university as well as here at home for, you know, friends of my family. So this will be my final movie review until further notice. So again, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, comment and tell me what you think about Hunchback of Notre Dame, whether you've seen it, seen parts of it, as well as, you know, Lon Chaney Sr.'s career and his films. And also, I have many videos on the film industry and film documentaries, so please just feel free to, watch those in any given time, because again, it'll be a while before I start posting. So again, this is Marathon Films. Thank you for watching my movie reviews within these past weeks, and I will continue my studies at film. So thank you for watching my movie review.